Stop playing games. Stop playing games. Ah! Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Um. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh. Okay. That's good. That's good. Quit playing games with my stream. Here we go. Na 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 na. All right, there we go. No, I'm gonna do this super fast. Super fast. Ah, stop playing around. There we go. Oh, this is so fast. This might be the fastest ever. It might be too fast. Boom, boom, shakalaka. Ah, stop playing around. Hold up. There we go. Ooh, there we go. There we go. Wait, what happened? I messed something up. I have the wrong. There we go. I had the wrong screen. Perfect. Come on! Reclaiming his throne. You know what? I feel like Kaimon does every once in a while. He'll kind of like I don't know what's the right terminology. Maybe like bow out a little bit and kind of like slow down the pace. And every once in a while, just give people. It's like some of you are just hanging from that bar trying to get some chin ups in, and he's just right there holding you. Kamon's just right there holding you by the waist, just trying to give you that little push, just trying to make you feel like you did something every once in a while, And then, just trying to build up your confidence and stuff like that. And then every once in a while, he got to come back around and let you know who he is. He's got to come around and turn the lights on. It's really good to see you in here doing your thing, Kaimon. True to form. ARJR! James Bishop, splish splash, he was splashing around. Legendary Gnome, Slipknot, Angel Padilla. What's up, Lord Racer? ARJR, thank you, bro. Thus engage. Cuddles Knickerbocker. Thus engage. He stopped by my house to use the bathroom. What the heck? I wanted to say that he said, because we're talking about Dustin Gaethje. At first, I thought you were talking about Poirier, about Justin Poirier. I thought he was gonna say it's gonna be bad. You better spray something. It's gonna be bad. You got some what do they call it? That doo-doo spray? But I don't like that. I feel like that it's gonna be bad meme. I feel like it got old super quick. So I don't really want to hop on that too much. It's kind of becoming like the John Pork things. Like, enough already. There was a meme that somebody made though, and it was like of have you guys seen that? It was a Poirier holding. He was like a doctor. He had a white coat on. And he was holding up X-rays. And he was telling Conor McGregor it's gonna be bad, and he was showing him his leg. That was pretty funny. But Dustin Gaethje, does he do some? Why does he have to? Does he have IBS or what? Max Bluestein, what's up, man? David Flores, what's happening, her? What's happening, her? We're just saying hello real quick. I'm just stopping by real quick. I was very, very unhappy yesterday. It was almost like I had to make a little bit of a judgment call. I really am determined to try to stick with putting out a video every single day. And it got so late in the day. I'm really gonna have to figure out how to organize my Mondays better. But it got so late in the day that it became kind of impossible for me to both stream and do a video and do everything else I needed to do yesterday. And I felt like I just had to put out that video because the Conor McGregor news just kept developing. And I don't know if you saw it, man. I was is it hold up. This I'm getting distracted with all these thumbnails right here. YouTube gets me, man. They get me all the time. They catch me slipping. I see all these thumbnails and I get all tripped up. I get distracted. They know what to throw in my recommended. But I did a video. I released one that night of the fight. Remember I told you guys I was gonna do like a breakdown or whatever reaction video, but I was just gonna do it where I'm just sitting there talking. And then the next day, I think on Sunday, I put out another one. Dude, did you guys see? It has 45,000 views. I can't remember the last time. Let's check, actually. When's the last time I had a VOD that had as high as 45,000 views? Like the Strickland, the one that I did, the Sean Strickland one that I just busted out. It was like an old school classic kind of editing one, and I went all out and I did all the things that everybody always wants. That one has 31,000. And I'm just going back and back and back right here. Like for real, I was like, I made one about Brian Ortega and Tracy Cortez. That one has 30,000. But dude, I was feeling like Mr. Beast. I was so happy, man. I couldn't believe it. And I'm just scrolling back and back and back right now, man. I can't remember the last time. I know it's pathetic. I know. I've had a couple of live streams here and there, which I can't even explain. I think it's just a bunch of people coming in and out from like different continents and whatnot, just trying to find someone talking about it. So I don't really count the live streams. And maybe a short here and there, but I don't count those either. Those are kind of erratic, you know? But, and then my last real crazy deep dive breakdown before that Strickland Chamoyev one was the one I did about Tomas Aspinall's eye. That one only has 27,000 views. The last breakdown I did, breakdown style before that, was 39,000 views. That was when I was still no. That was after I came back. Yeah. Right? Yeah. I can't believe I got myself to do that one at that time. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, dude, this is it just came out of nowhere, man. I know this is kind of boring right now. Like, you don't even care. You're over it. But I'm just like, it's like I just want to bask in it a little bit. Like, I just want to, like, I can't even explain, like, how long it's been. Like, I'm still scrolling. I can't. Okay, the last time I had a video that had that kind of views, it says on here, a year ago. 1 year ago. It was, well, it doesn't tell me exactly what day, I guess. Oh, it was on June 18th, 2025. It was over a year ago. It was a video I made about Conor McGregor when he punched some dude in a club in Ibiza. You guys remember that? Yeah, it's been over a year since I've had views like that. And then out of nowhere, a couple days ago, it, let me check on the back end, because it actually takes a little while to refresh publicly. The back end will be more true numbers. Oh, okay, it's the same. It has 45,000 views. Like, for real, I might as well be Mr. Beast at that point. I was so happy, man. I don't know what happened. I don't know what made it pick up that video or what, but man, it'd be nice if it could just be like that on every outing, huh? Angel Padilla. Thank you, bro. Thank you for supporting. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't. I'm gonna be here for a short time today. That's why I was trying to remember why I even brought that up. I've been just like, I gotta put those videos out, and I keep putting them at the pinned comment. New videos every day. New videos every day. And with that video the other day that got good views, there was people showing up that are like, dude, I haven't seen you in years. I didn't even know you're making videos anymore. YouTube doesn't send me notifications. So it's like, okay, now I need to stay with it, because now if these people keep coming back around, I want them to know that I'm active every day. I didn't want to go 2 days without streaming. Today I got really off track, and it took me a little bit to get myself together and record a video. And that video I'm going to make public right after this stream right here. Mona Kenny. The abstinence makes the heart grow fonder. I feel like I like you even more now than I did the last time I saw you. So you got a good game plan. I lost my first IBJJF match last Saturday. Oh. Does that mean you've been winning and that's the first time you've lost? Or that was your very first match ever? And where do you go from here? It's Tuesday. This is where we got to start talking about your next matchup. It is Tuesday. So don't give me the runaround. What's the plan? Got to get you back together and get you back on the, got to go to the drawing board, get you back on the side of victory, Want to lift your spirits over here. Got to go on to the next one, bro. Can't get over that finish from Patty. That was some awesome stuff. Yeah, it was, that was undeniable. And by the way, it was my pick. So, of course I wasn't denying it, but it was crazy. And then I saw that image of it going around like the days after. It looked insane. Like it's different when it's happening in real time and we're all here and we're talking. It's a little bit distracting. We go back and forth. But the photo looked crazy, man. And then Patty immediately comes out, starts drinking his soda, starts eating his pizza. It's funny, man. I'll be doing the same thing. But I mean, everyone's trying to make matchups now. I would like to see Patty and Ilya, but that's probably going to take a while. Every time Ilya comes out and shows himself in some kind of footage, like I remember Jim Carrey. I saw a video about him talking about how much he hated doing the movie The Grinch. Like he loved it and he enjoyed like everything about it except for the hair and makeup. Because supposedly he had to sit there for like 18 hours straight while they painted and glued all this stuff onto him. And I could only imagine that that's what Ilya Tapuera is currently going through. Every single time he makes a public appearance, I don't even know how long he has to sit there going through the hair and makeup so that they could make his face look appropriate for the public so that he doesn't scare and terrify children and women. I know there's been a couple photos here and there floating around about it, but I can't even imagine the work, the labor of love that goes into making his face look approachable and appropriate for public consumption. It's probably a great deal of time that goes into putting himself together like that. I mean, when he washes that off in the shower and or with his tears, it's gotta look absolutely insane. And I just don't think that he's going to be ready anytime in the near future for a matchup. But, man, I wish it was Patty. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think, like, if Gaethje, apparently, if he's not retiring, oh, man, let me take a peek at this real quick. I would think it has to be Sarukian. I mean, it would be pure insanity if they're still going to find new creative ways to bypass Sarukian. But, I think the precedents that we do have for this is, and it's not his fault, but it's so dumb to even about to hear myself say this out loud, because I know it is so unbelievably not his fault. The inactivity. So it's been since November, December, January, February, March, April, May. Oh, jeez, man. Going on 8 months. So here's what I'm bringing up, the precedents for it. I could absolutely see, especially the way that Dana and the UFC acts with him, I could see, especially, here's one of the worst things that Armin's doing for the UFC. Armin is showing other fighters, hey, you don't need the UFC. Once upon a time, UFC was the pinnacle, the end-all, be-all, and people would be willing to get paid less because of that, because of the aura, because of the look, whatever. The optics of it. And the UFC is starting to lose that. Like, constantly. Like, it's just bleeding that reputation. Like, there's a hole, and it's not getting any better. And now it's not even, now it's the lack of good pay, and the reputation just isn't what it was before. It's starting to trend toward kind of being a meme, kind of being a laughingstock. And Armin Tsarukyan, I think, is going to be even more on the wrong side of the UFC than he was to begin with, because now he's paving a way. He's kind of a pioneer. He's kind of showing other fighters, hey, you can get paid so much more, and it's not even just about that. You can go to other places that are starting to get kind of a good reputation, that people are starting to have a lot of respect for, that people start to like, and people are really gravitating for, and there's kind of a who's who there. People are making appearances. There's kind of the place to be in places like RAF. So I could see the UFC using the precedence of like, well, you know, look at what we did. And this was before he showed up with his knees looking all crazy. Who's that Borat dude? What the heck was his name? The Kazakhstan dude that Laura Stenko has a crush on. Why the heck can I think of his name right now? This is embarrassing. I can't believe I can't think of his name. Did they drop him out of... They did drop him out of the rankings. I forgot about that. What is his name? I can't believe I can't think of his name right now. I'm embarrassed. He's the dude that looks Chinese, but he's Kazakhstanian. Shabbat Shalom. What's his name? Shavkat Shalom, Shabbat Rachmanov, Shavkat Stenko. He was already going to be passed up for a title shot even before he was showing up with his knees looking all crazy because of inactivity. So I could see the UFC, even though, yes, I get it. Look, I'm kind of playing into it here because obviously the UFC will do that. I understand, even if it wasn't full blown, like how we seen him look all like that dude from Something About Mary, where he has those things and he can't walk right. And I say that with full confidence because the guy was faking it. Remember, he wasn't even actually handicapped. So I understand there were those things at play also, and Tsarukyan's not injured, but the UFC doesn't care. Their narrative was inactivity. So they wanted to push other hot guys, right? I didn't mean it like that. I meant guys that were like, you know, prospects and up and comers and stuff like that, okay? Gee whiz. So they were talking about Prates and Gary and Morales and stuff like that. So I could see the UFC saying, Tsarukyan hasn't fought in like 8 months. Whoa. Yeah, because you passed him up for a title shot. What, like twice? At least? So I would want to say, obviously, it makes all the sense in the world that Tsarukyan is going to be preoccupied. He's going to be fighting Gaethje. There's no way that Ilya is going to be fighting. First of all, Ilya, there's no way in the world. There's no path for that. Ilya doesn't in any way from any angle whatsoever deserve a title shot. I don't think anyone's even arguing that. It would be absolute insanity, absolutely terribly out of the question. I don't even think anyone's calling for Max Holloway to deserve this. Would make no sense for Paddy Pimblett. Gamrot's way down there, makes no sense. Moicano, let's not be silly. Charles Oliveira. He won the BMF. Look, again, I do not have that pathetic, bitter, casual, bad sport. I fully like to support non-well-rounded fighters kind of take about Oliveira and Max Holloway. Oliveira did everything right. Max Holloway came in thinking it was a Zuffa boxing match, and he messed up. He thought it was the boxing, like the BMF, as in boxing, effort, title. And Oliveira capitalized on it. If he's a boring wet blanket, if you're a world champion caliber fighter like Max Holloway supposedly is, bro, if you can't get a boring wet blanket off of you, I feel bad for you in the summer. It doesn't make any sense, dude. I could take a blanket off of me. How come you can't take a blanket? I'm not even a professional fighter. Everyone in this chat could take a blanket off of them. Unless it's like a heavy, like a weighted blanket, like an unnecessarily heavy. I know they have different weights. Some of them are just stupid. I saw a lady on Access Hollywood. She got crushed. Passed away in her sleep because the weighted blanket was a little too weighted. So, I mean, there's levels. Don't get carried away with it. Unless you have a weighted blanket, this is not an issue. I could see them trying to do Dustin Gaethje and Charles Oliveira because of the dominating fashion in which Oliveira beat Holloway. But man, should it be Sarukian? I think if the UFC likes Gaethje being the champion, they like having that American champion, then maybe they'd want to do Oliveira, because I think personally, I think Gaethje has a much better shot against Oliveira than he does against Sarukian. But man, would I love to see Ilya and Paddy, but it just doesn't make a lot of sense because Paddy was so ridiculously dominant in this fight. He's going to have the ability, if he wants to, I guess, to be active very, very soon. It would be such a slap in the face to try to get them to do Sarukian and Paddy. Such a slap in the face to Sarukian. It would be a really fun fight, I think, with Oliveira and Paddy because of the BJJ. I do kind of think Oliveira would piece up Paddy on the feet. Paddy's very sloppy on the feet. I think it would be very fun to see Max and Paddy, because Max doesn't want to take it to the ground. But Paddy might take it to the ground and get boring because, you know, I don't like the whole best boxer in the UFC. I don't like that whole narrative because that doesn't even say much anyway. Because it's MMA, it's MMA striking. It's not boxing, Max. It's not boxing, Max. Try to box with a real boxer, Max. What you're saying that you're skilled at is MMA striking. Max, I see the footage when you knocked out Gaethje, and I who else was he teeing off? Was it that dude when he said that line, I'm the best boxer in the UFC? Why can't I think of his name right now? Arnold Allen, whoever it was. And he's doing this the whole time. Bro. I mean, you're leaving all the space in the room to secure, all the space in the world to secure the bystander, which I appreciate. I appreciate what you're doing. But because of the rules and regulations and the way you got to push the action and do certain things in the UFC, that's not going to work. That's more of a self-defense, stay out of trouble legally kind of method. But man, if they're gonna do the right thing, if they're gonna do what they should, I mean, bro, the UFC doesn't even like Conor McGregor anymore, and they let him come in, boom, right off the bat, getting this dude that's like Hall of Famer. Everybody loves him, even though he lost recently and got absolutely shamed and humiliated and embarrassed and should have lost all his aura, as the 9-year-olds say. Gave him Max Holloway after a 5-year break. So 7-8 months isn't too long for Armin Sarukian when you look at it that way. 7 months compared to 5 years. And he's been, Armin Sarukian has been more active than the people in the UFC that have been fighting. He's been more active than them. He's been staying in shape. He's been at the right weights. He's been competing. He's been winning. He's somehow the least active UFC fighter, but the most active at the same time. Dude's always setting new records. So he should be able to go and fight Gaethje right away. And man, I wish we had Pimblett and Tapoeira, but it's going to be a couple years till Tapoeira comes back. About 1 year for the physical healing and then a couple for the mental healing. He'll have one time served already because he'll one of the years for mental healing will happen while he's physically healing, but then he'll need one more after that. So in the meantime, let's say Sarukian and Gaethje face off. Paddy, shoot, man. I think Oliveira deserves it a lot more than Max. Max just lost, just devastated by Oliveira, and then he won a Joshua Van kind of fight. It was even worse. It was even worse than that. It wasn't a win, man. That's like a no contest. I think Max's next fight should be... Dang, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Because, man, on paper he won, right? Win's a win. On paper he won. Kind of weird to make him fight Gamrot. Huge disrespect to Paddy if you make Paddy fight Max. Doesn't make sense to fight Oliveira again right away. Doesn't make sense for Holiday to fight Sarukian. How disrespectful to Sarukian. It's just nothing makes sense, man. Shoot. ARG! What's up, Dojo fam? Getting up early. I'm working long hours. Won't be able to stay too long. Two, that X-ray was crazy. Oh, you talking about the Moss and Jesse show, the hit show, the Moss and Jesse show, dude. Guys, I don't know what's happening, man. Like it was just a little pretty good window of time, man. Like I said, that video hit the other day on this channel, and then the Moss and Jesse show. Like, we've just been scooping up subscribers, and this last video that we just put out yesterday already has by far like meteoric rise above any other video we've ever done at this point. Like, we never had any video have this many views at this, this short amount of time after the upload, and we just keep getting subscribers. I don't know what's happening, dude. It's just it's been a good few days, man. Thanks for watching that, ARJR. Why Cortez got that plus size head as she released? Oh dang, she got that Funko Pop. I never even noticed. Does she have a big head? Maybe that's why she tries to offset it with the eyelashes. Now I feel bad. Maybe it's just a self-conscious thing. Marluca, Chile Verde hearts, Chile Verde corazones, Chile Verde hearts. Thank you, Marluca. Thank you for spreading that love around this community. I've been squaring up to my cat saying it's gonna be real bad, my kitty. He always looks confused. He might pounce, dude. Those things. Cats got a lot of pent-up aggression, bro. They pounce out of nowhere. I saw on like Instagram or something the other day, there was a cat just like staring for like several seconds at its owner's stomach. And then it just pounced and went for no reason. The guy was just like, ah! That'd be hilarious if that was actually James's Instagram page and I didn't even notice. ARJR, I hope you're feeling good, man. I don't know if you're working like specifically like a certain dedicated like overtime stretch or something right now, and then it's gonna come and go. It's gonna pass. You're gonna get back to normal. You know, I don't want you spreading yourself too thin, bro. Yeah, I'm trying, dude. Strike while the plancha is hot. I was like, I can't stop now. I can't stop now. ARJ! Blessing James Dillon, 1982. Cause I got all my homies James with Dillon. Me. James Dillon. That sounds familiar. Is that like a celebrity name? Why does it sound familiar? Thank you so much for blessing this dude, ARJR. Thank you, Fuchila. I come from a long line of honorable meat rockets. I tagged you in some video about Conor and Irish Mob. It was interesting. Tag me on which platform, bro? I saw like a thumbnail somewhere. Someone talking about an Irish Mob, and I was like, I couldn't watch it at the moment. I didn't know what was going on. But yeah, where'd you tag that at? Mona Kenny. I've been blessed with an HVAC job. Thank the Lord.
Flow goes deep like the ocean. It burns so hard, got the
Heck
lotion.
yeah, man.
I might hit the 3.
Oh, we hit the goal.
I'm sipping on this green tea potion.
Mona Kenny, I know quite a few people actually in HVAC. And dude, they love it. They love it. What a blessing that kind of good, honest, consistent kind of work could be, man. All the people I know love it. I hope you feel the same. I hope you find your groove in it. And I hope it's everything that you hope for it to be and more, man. That's amazing to hear. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. And yes, we reached the goal.
Goes deep like the ocean.
Amazing.
It burns so hard, grab the lotion. I might hit the 3-wheel motion. Cause I'm sipping on this green tea potion.
This isn't a career. This is an opportunity.
Thank you so much for getting us to the goal. We're only halfway there. We got about 29 minutes left to go in this stream because I have to go help with a couple of things. And I'm going to upload a new video right after this too, today's video. I don't want to upload that too late. I need to get an earlier start on my day tomorrow. So no bueno. But thank you for getting us to the goal. You guys are super quick today, man. I should have put 50. I'm just kidding. I wrote and recorded a song about Steven Seagal. Oh, shoot. Oh, heck yeah, dude. Oh, Jay Smith, what happened, dude? Did Dustin Gaethje pay you a visit? How come you have to do stuff to your face, bro? Tuxedo Mask. Hijo, Conor McPollo did too many nose potatoes. Look, I don't know how people in this community feel, everybody here right now. I'm baffled at how many people are just 100% completely against the idea, the thought of Conor having come into the fight injured. Like they'll get angry. And I don't understand that. I don't understand that perspective. The only thing I could think of is they hate him so much. And don't want it to not be considered a Max victory, that they're like, how dare you say that? Don't take anything away from Max, which is so weird, man. Bro, if you imagine if you were gonna get in a backyard fight with some dude, right? And he has a heart attack and dies before you guys even touch gloves, and you're like, woo, yeah, oh, who's next? Who's next, baby? Like, if you take that as a victory, that's kind of what Max was doing. As soon as the fight was over, it cut to his wife in the crowd, and she's like, and his MGK looking son was like, who's your daddy now? Who's your daddy now? And I kind of get it. You know, if you're there watching some guy disrespect your dad and all that, he's like, I sunned him. I sunned Max. Then, you know, he's standing up for his dad, being defensive or whatever. And then Max, he's like, oh, I guess I made him weak in the knees. He said it 47 times that night. I went back and counted. 47 times Max Holiday says, I guess I made him weak in the knees. He wanted to make sure everyone heard his joke. Because you know how when you say something funny and you're like, oh, I think, I didn't have the timing right. I think they were kind of talking. Like, hold on. And then you say it again and you wait and, oh, they didn't laugh again. Maybe I need to be louder. And you just keep trying. I think he kept saying it and no one was responding or laughing like he thought they would. And he just kept saying it. He's probably saying it at home right now because people are still yet to laugh. It was corny. It was like he was working on material. It was lame. That was not, dude, he had the opportunity. And everybody, look, this isn't how I base my opinions. But everybody's saying it. I mean, unless you're just sitting at home in a Max t-shirt and you're angry, or your name is Jay Smith, unless, one of those things, then, everyone across the board seems to be saying, yeah, he kind of dropped the ball. All the pundits, the talking heads, commentators, they're all kind of like, yeah, I love Max, but yeah, it was kind of weird. He just had such a lack of awareness in that moment. All he had to say was, oh, man, nobody wants to win a fight like that. Oh, man, I hope he feels good. Because, look, we all think he went in injured, right? And or he faked it. He's trying to get out of his contract. He's mad at the UFC, whatever. Supposedly, at least in that moment, Max didn't think that. Max just thought something happened right there, right? So he shouldn't have had a weird feeling about it. Like, wait a minute, what the heck? He should have just been like, oh, no. Poor guy. I hope he feels better. Remember, like Jiri Prochaska, as dumb as he is, at least he was saying, I had mercy. I had mercy for him. And, he felt that empathy or whatever. Max was like, oh, we got to do it again. Let's get that money. While everyone's booing in the crowd because they just lost their life savings. Can't even afford to get back home. Let's get more money, boys. And everyone's booing. Conor's not even out of the venue yet. He's already thinking about the next one. Totally botched that. So I understand there's a lot of Max fans out there just wanting to be on his side, and they consider it an anti-Max sentiment to assume that Conor already went in injured, because then it's an excuse. They look at it as an excuse. I just think it's embarrassing if you have to so strongly cling to that and get so upset. It makes it seem like you were insecure otherwise. Like, like there's nothing self-assured about that take whatsoever. It makes it seem like you're so glad that it happened the way that it happened. That was 100% like no contest status. And I said it before already a couple of times in videos, but as much as I've like made fun of the Joshua Van victory, Joshua Van looks like a Hall of Famer compared to this display from Max and Conor. At least Joshua Van caught the kick and kind of threw him off, and it made him land a certain way. There was nothing that Max did in that fight that made him land the way he did and fully, more to that highest level, exacerbate his knee or whatever. Max did nothing. So that, within those guidelines, it should have been more along the lines of no contest. And again, I say this as someone that doesn't like Conor. I don't like Conor. I'm not a fan. It's shocking to me for people not to think he was injured when the evidence is all over the place. All over the place. And you know what? I think I've already said this. Even more than seeing multiple instances, it's not just one, multiple instances of him is his reaction after, or lack thereof. It wasn't like when he broke it when he was fighting Poirier. Freaking out. Oh, no, your wife. Come back here. He broke it and it was like, yep. I knew it. He's just walking around the cage, like doing that breath he does. There's no surprise there whatsoever. No surprise. No shock, no bewilderment. Wasn't blindsided with it. That was a look of resolve. Like, I knew it. Didn't know exactly how or when, but yep. I don't know, man. I could talk about that all day. I'm just going in circles, though. I just don't understand trying to deny that. It does nothing for anybody. But he did, tuxedo mask. I do want to acknowledge that, though. I've been telling people, he could be the age he's at. Even though there's other people the same age as him that are champions. Age means nothing. Age ain't nothing but a number. And there's champions that have been older. Means nothing. Other champions have done drugs. Means nothing. Other champions have done steroids. Means nothing. None of those things means that he couldn't have come in with an injury. I don't get that. It's like people are saying, no, don't forget. He's in his late 30s. So that means he couldn't have been injured. What? Don't forget, he did steroids. That means he could not have been injured. Huh? Wait a minute, don't forget, he did a lot of drugs. That means he could not have been injured. What are you talking about? Marloca, Smokey Bear's Dishes. Smokey Bear's Dishes now has their green card, and they have full access to everything in the deep dark web of the Mexican martial arts on the membership tab. Thank you, Marloca. Shoot. Let me get caught up here. This is not cool. I don't like treating the chat this way. Here, okay, someone says that's not what happened this weekend. What happened was Conor McGregor trying to throw a stupid kick and also getting smacked by Max. It's very disheartening to me, very discouraging, very sad when it seems like there's a lot of information put out there, a lot of evidence, a lot of logic, a lot of wisdom, and like people are going, no one's listening. That stupid kick that Conor did was the perfect thing to do in that situation. That was the only option he had. That was the only thing he could have done. And yes, I was the first one saying that. When the whole world was calling him an idiot and saying how stupid that was, I was the very first one saying, what? That's exactly what he should have done. Now I hear other people saying it. I just heard Whitaker saying it. I just heard, I think Poirier said it. And I don't remember who else. I definitely heard Whitaker saying it. Paulo Costa, I believe. It doesn't matter. I don't need their validation. That's the perfect thing to do in that situation. It's a blaze of glory, Hail Mary kind of tactic, which I don't think he really thought he was going to get it anyway. What he really needed to accomplish was to cover an injury. And some people, I think, I think there's a lot of sense to it. There's some of the look that you saw on his face was him knowing what he was about to do and how disgusted he was with himself, but also thinking, this is going to hurt. It's going to hurt. Because he came in with an injured meniscus, which you can get away with. You could play seasons. You could play games and games. You could do fights. People have fought with messed up meniscus, messed up ACL, MCL, shoulders. People do it all the time. And it's bad for your long-term career, but people do it all the time. Athletes want to be athletes. They don't want to sit on the sidelines. They fight through it. And he came out blaze of glory style thinking, I'm not going to make it to the second, third, fourth, fifth round anyway. I can't compete with one leg, especially not against this guy. So I'm going to do something crazy so that it's masked, because if he were to walk out and just go toe-to-toe with him, Dude couldn't even get in and out of his shoes, couldn't even get in and out of his sweats at the ceremonial weigh-ins. It would have been immediately obvious when he's trying to put weight on it and do everything over the course of a fight. He would have just buckled and fell immediately, and it would have been too obvious. At least this way, he masked it. He came out with enough adrenaline because you could jog toward your opponent with enough adrenaline when you got a meniscus like that. You could even do those little cute kicks he was doing backstage on that. And you know what? I don't know if he heard it worse. Look, here is an angle. And I'm not saying I fully believe this, but here is an angle. That he was hurt before the fight. And then he comes into the fight because he can't get out now. If he backs out, UFC has to refund everybody. That would be like the biggest disaster in UFC history. If he swapped out of the fight and there was an opponent change per the rules or whatever, Nevada, whatever, I don't know, UFC, they would have, literally everyone could have called for a refund. Would have messed up everything. Would have messed up betting, marketing, everything. Schedules, it would have messed up everything. So maybe he gets strong-armed by the UFC. Maybe it's a contract thing, whatever. He's hurt. He goes in there. He does that crazy kick. Now, there's a world in which this right here is possible. He does that kick, and he doesn't even get hurt anymore. He doesn't... Hold on. They're hanging on the doorknob. He doesn't even get hurt. He fakes it. He goes into the fight already hurt. If you were to get an MRI, CAT scan, X-ray, I don't even know what they're called. Before the fight, they would see something. He's already hurt, right? So he does that jumping kick, lands. You can't see anything on the footage. Doctors look at it. They say John Sutter or Brian Sutter. I always forget his name. Looks at, I can't see anything. DC was looking at it in the replay. Oh, you can see it right there. Look, you can see it. Look, in his face. This is reality. DC was saying it, like pointing it out, and he said it twice. He goes, look, you can see it right there. Look, you can see it. On his face, you can see his face is in pain. He had to go to his face because you could see nothing on the leg. When it's ACL, you always see that weird ricochet, whatever. Nothing. So maybe he came in injured, did the crazy kick, and then goes, ow, and says he's hurt. Nobody could tell it's internal. You can't see anything. You don't need to see a bone sticking through the leg or whatever. He just says, ow. And they got to believe him. What's the ref going to say? I don't know. I don't believe you. I didn't see it. He waves it off. Conor don't care. He's trying to get out of the contract. Doesn't really make him look bad either because he didn't get beat up. He didn't get teed off on. He could say, oh, it's my leg. It's my leg. He walks straight out of the building. Doesn't want to see any doctors. Doesn't want to give anybody the opportunity to look at him. He just walks straight out of there. Barefoot. Gets right into the Cadillac. Goes. And he doesn't have to worry about it. Because if he does go to a doctor and they do see him or whatever, he was already injured. They're going to see something. And maybe that is what happened. Because have you guys seen any x-rays or anything yet? It's taken a long time. So maybe it was injured before the fight, but didn't look crazy. Didn't look all shattered and something you couldn't come back from. So then after the fight, of course, I'm just not going to be too eager to show it because it probably doesn't look too bad. But he's probably upset that the UFC pushed him to fight in the condition that it was. So that is something to consider. And I think if people write that off as an impossibility and a conspiracy theory, I mean, I said it in the video, I think yesterday. Aren't you embarrassed to just eat up the UFC propaganda? Saying that Conor did not come into the fight injured is 100% the UFC narrative. 100%. So just know that. If you're going with that narrative, he wasn't hurt, he was not hurt, he got in their faces, stop being a conspiracy theorist, he's old and blah, blah, blah. Just know that you're eating out of the hands of the UFC. That's their narrative. And you're the same people always saying, Conor's a big liar, he's disgusting, he's a deceiver, he's a bad guy, he's a criminal, he's awful, he's evil. Dana is awful, he's terrible, he's an addict, he'll do anything for money, he'll say anything for money, he's got these and that in his pockets, you can't trust anything he says. Well, you guys are trusting both of them now. Both of them. Aren't you embarrassed? Is there any consistency in your life? It serves you no good whatsoever to fight the fact that he was injured before the fight. You could still call him an idiot. You could still say that he's old, that he's a druggie, steroid, cheater, whatever. It's all true. But I don't understand why the pushback against the fact that he was injured. There is, I mean, if it was a matter of being in a court of law, he's dead to rights. There's too much evidence. There's way too much evidence. Now, you have to understand the difference between proof and evidence. Most of the time, evidence is all we have. People are, sent to prison and they spend the rest of their life in prison. People are sentenced to death. People sometimes are set free. Not based on proof. It's based on evidence. Some people don't like to operate with evidence. They like to operate with emotions. This drone! I want to make sure I didn't skip anybody. I did not skip anybody. This drone. Thank you very much. My Theo would give him a harder time than Conor. Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, I've said it before. And I feel like more people are kind of starting to come around to that. You have to remember, the people that you idolize and you treat like gods that are MMA fighters, they're there because they chose that line of work. You better believe that you all know someone in real life, whether it's your coworker, a relative, someone you went to school with, maybe even you. There's dudes in the UFC whose butt you could kick. They're just there because they chose that path. They chose that awful lifestyle of never being able to eat what they want, always cutting, always being angry, always having to travel, having all the issues at home, having to miss holidays and birthdays, getting staph and ringworm all the time. Like, what a lifestyle. You have to choose that. Those guys are there because they chose to be there. There's dudes in here that could beat up Conor even when he's not, with one leg. He just chose to be there. There's better singers, but believe it or not, there's better fighters out in the world than some of the people in the UFC. There's better singers out there than Megan Thee Stallion. People that are in their line of work are only there because they chose to be there. So yeah, I think your Theo would give him a hard time, this drone. Leon Enriquez! The $30 million bald spot McGregor scam. Do you watch the MMA host? The bald spot McGregor. That's funny, man. Moss, I believe he wrote and composed that. He's a composer. Some good stuff. He's got the I believe they call it the reverse yarmulke. The reverse. I remember back in the day when the reverse mohawk was like all the rage, and now it's the reverse yarmulke. I don't know if it's like you know what? I don't know. Now that I think of it, I don't know if that's like an anti-Jewish, like an anti-Semitic sentiment. The reverse yarmulke. I don't know. I don't know if he's trying to send a message. I wouldn't be surprised if Bryce Mitchell came out with it. Max Bluestein! Thank you, bro. Thank you. I was feeling good. Thank you, man. Max Bluestein throwing some blue in the chat. I appreciate you. Oh, what's that called? That's like a blue-green. Is that just green? I don't know. Is that turquoise? I'm colorblind. Jay Smith, I absolutely appreciate that, bro. Jay Smith, you're doing things. You're doing the things that a lot of other people aren't willing to do, bro. Getting out there and pumping that algorithm. And I have to thank you. I know that you had something to do with the way things picked up over the weekend, bro. Because I know you're out there in the trenches, and I appreciate you. Marloco! And it was all yellow. Thank you so much. Wow, we got to the goal like 30 minutes ago. And I need to speed run this. I apologize. Thank you for rounding that up. Marloca, I can't. This is ridiculous. ARJR! Working an hour away plus starting early. Working 10s all week. 100 degrees all week. Wake up at 4 a.m. Job starts at 6:30. Working till 5 p.m. And then 1 hour drive. Hoping I can make it to the movie night. When is it? So, what I do know for sure is it's either going to be tomorrow or Thursday. ARJR, in all that madness that you're doing right now, I'm assuming, I believe it still fits into there. I'm assuming you're going to church tomorrow. Does that mean, ARJR, that Thursday would be better? Would Thursday be better for the movie night? I'm still trying to figure it out right now, but I'll lean toward trying to solidify Thursday if that's better than Wednesday this week. This drone! Charles refused to fight. Shouldn't that mean he technically gave up and Conor wins? This drone, I'm a ignoramus in this situation. Or maybe you'll bring my memory back. Who did he refuse to fight? Shouldn't that mean he technically gave up? Charles refused to fight. Who was Charles supposed to fight? Do you mean he refused to fight like against Max? Like you're saying all he did was hug him? Or was he supposed to take another fight? Who did he refuse to fight? I might have been out on the loop in something, bro. Oh, sorry, not Charles, Max. Writing as you said, Charles, maybe mix it up. Okay, so you said Max refused to fight. Shouldn't that mean he technically gave up and Conor wins? Dude, that's funny. That's funny. Look, there's so many different, like, imagine, dude. We got robbed of something. Can you imagine how funny? Can you imagine how funny it would have been if Herb Dean reffed that fight? Can you imagine if smoking that Herb Dean green was the referee in that match? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that would have been hilarious. Oh my gosh, you're right, dude. What's up, energetic drafts? Marloca. Oh, it skipped on me.
Cause I got all my homies with me.
Oh no. Oh no. Shoot. Oh, I'm so behind. Cuddles, Knickerbocker, congratulations. Look, I don't know if you've ever been on the members tab, but there's a lot of content back there waiting for you. Not available to the general public. For good reason. Thank you, Marloca, for blessing them. ARJR, come in and bless Lucifer Bowers.
We are family.
Oh, Lucifer.
I got all my homies with me.
Thank you. Thank you, ARGR, for blessing Lucifer Bowers. Thank you. We're going to speak some goodness into the life of Lucifer. We're going to bring him to the light. No pun intended. Marloca!
We are family.
Metaltalia! Metaltalia!
I got all my homies with me.
Thank you for blessing this individual. You are officially a gringo, Metaltalia. Um. ARJR's accountant! ARJR's accountant! Grandmaster, you mentioned last time that you might reconnect with the old Voto producers and Flaco this month. Is that still a thing? Oh, you know what? Shoot. Here's what happened, ARJR's accountant. I forgot something. I was sending a audio voice message to that team. And I addressed the situation with me and Flaco. And then I forgot I deleted that audio voice message because I didn't like where it was going. And I restarted it. And then I forgot to ever bring up that part again. The easy answer is no. I don't believe so. I think it's just gonna be some I was maybe working on a music video where I would fix some toilets or something like that. Maybe fix an air conditioner. Stuff like that. I don't know if I'm going to be equipped and have the resources to do anything extracurricular, unfortunately. I did have some ideas, but they may have been a little bit ambitious. I'm going to have to send another audio message, I believe. Tombo! GM, do you have a name for the bear yet? How about Theoberto? I don't. I'm having a very hard time with it. I'm actually this is why someone like I wouldn't anyway, but this is why someone like me could like never get a tattoo. Like I can't. I'm having because it's so permanent, you know? I'm really struggling with it, and it's just because of how serious I'm taking it, Tom Bow. It means so much to me that I don't want to do. You know what's funny? This was a major issue with my children as well. It's always kind of a funny thing. Marilena reminds me sometimes. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot. One of our kids was alive for like 2 weeks before they had a name. I completely forgot about that till it came up a few months ago. So, I mean, and this is a bear, you know, with the MMA merch. This is different, you know. So I feel like it's even harder. But I would definitely keep you in the loop. We should sentence Connor to death based on evidence. What? I didn't say it like that, bro. I'm not saying that you're wrong. King Indigo! No Bromo did a video on the conspiracy, and literally all his points were the exact points you made, but attacking the MMA truthers. Oh my gosh. I gotta watch that. I literally, I don't know if you saw King Indigo. I literally mentioned No Bromo MMA. I don't know how many days ago, because he covered the Alex Pereira thing, and I wanted to give him a shout out and give him some credit. So I don't know. I should check that out. I mean, I know. I mean, it's only fair. People are gonna have different whatever. People got to do their thing, and who knows if people ever really even believe what they're saying. You know, it's kind of the game. Just put out the thing that you think, you know, needs to be put out there. I don't know. I'm not making any assumptions. I'm just, dude, I'm going to have to watch this video. I'm going to have to watch and see how somebody could actually have all of that presented to them and still come to that conclusion. It's beanie boggling to me, dude. I'll have to watch. Thanks for bringing that up, bro. I'll have to watch it. Because he did a really good comprehensive job on the Alex Pereira thing. So I know the dude likes to be very detailed about what he does. Alchemy 65! I just wish UFC would start doing Muay Thai bouts like ONE FC. Muay Thai forever. I mean, yeah, it's weird because they're doing power slap. And then they're doing BJJ. They're just trying to eat up everything. They're doing BJJ. They're doing boxing. Well, you know, whatever they're calling it. Maybe they're not calling like power slap UFC or whatever like they're doing with the BJJ. They're not calling Zuffa boxing UFC. It's all the same thing. We all know this. But it's like, how are you going to do BJJ and boxing before something as dynamic as Muay Thai? It's pretty interesting. Unless maybe they're just trying to differentiate themselves. Maybe they feel like ONE FC's got it and ONE FC will probably do it better because maybe they'll pay the talent better or whatever. They have the access to all the what do they call it? The Filipino dudes? I don't even know. So maybe they're like, let's not even play with that right now. I don't know. Other than that, it makes no sense. ARJR! Blessing must been nice, mate. Must be nice, mate. Must be nice, mate. Sometimes I end up butchering some of these names. Like sometimes I'll say like Musbenismate, and people I've read some names sometimes, and then like on the 5th try, I'm like, oh my gosh, how did I not see that? Thank you, ARJR. Yeah, Cuddles Knickerbocker. I have to admit, when MGK said that, and that kind of caught me off guard. That was kind of funny, too. That Chuck Liddell comment. Oh! ARJR's accountant dropping 50 big ones. 50 big ones. Usually use my client's money, but this one is all me. ARJR, you got to keep an eye on that stuff, man. They're trying to do you like Floyd Mayweather.
I'm not surprised.
ARJR's accountant coming in big with 50. Absolutely 100% not squandering their clients' money.
Am I right, Miami?
5-0. Very generous. Very, very generous. I can't help but think they have inferior motives. Thank you very much. 5-0. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. ARJR! You pick the day and time. I'll do my best to make it. I'm beat. Getting ready for Mimi's. I'll catch you guys ATM style. May the Lord bless you all, and may you encounter him in your dreams tonight. Good night, Dojo fam.
No forget Jesus, people.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
That's the wrong one.
Amazing.
Thank you, bro. I'm going to sign off very, 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 very soon here, too. Look, I know this was kind of a weird stream. It's kind of like a wet your whistle type of stream. Very, very quick, very to the point. I just wanted to say hello. I just wanted to keep the machine moving. I want to be active. I am an active champion. I'm an active grandmaster. New videos every day. That's the new algorithm. I've been telling everybody. You talking about subscribing? You talking about notifications? Charlie, the new algorithm is every day. That's the answer. It's every day. You come here every day, there's a new video. And I didn't stream. There was a new video yesterday, but I didn't stream. And I felt very unhappy about that. So I wanted to make an appearance. I just wanted to peek my beanie in. I wanted to say hello. You guys showed up. Very, very unexpectedly generous today. You guys must have had a good weekend. A lot of people bet on Max Holiday, I believe. Alchemy 65. GM, tell me a Muay Thai movie wouldn't be epic just like Karate Kid, Rocky. I love Muay Thai. That I give my blood, sweat, and fears to the sport. It makes me sad it doesn't get much exposure in the U.S. It makes no sense, bro. And you know what? Maybe that could be one of my movies, bro. I'm telling you. I'm scheming. I got too many ideas. If only I had a production team. If only I had a production team in my vicinity that had the heart and the grit to stay in the game, chanclas on the ground, and film these things with me and not take off to what they think would be greener pastures over in Austin, Texas. I'm going to make movies. Maybe one of them could be a Muay Thai movie. Maybe that's what the world needs right now. Maybe I could make a Muay Thai movie. Maybe I could do that for you. Okay? I would love to make a Muay Thai movie. I would love to present that to the world. Okay? Would you like to be in the Muay Thai movie? Do you want to be in the Muay Thai movie? You want to be in the Muay Thai movie? Yes. Okay, you could be in the Muay Thai movie. I'll try to do that for you, bro. Yeah, but kickboxer, I mean, look at how long it's been, dude. Look at how long that we shouldn't wait. We shouldn't have to wait 30 years for another Muay Thai movie. I believe we're due. Thank you, Alchemy. I believe in it. I think it would be amazing. I think that's what the world needs. What the world needs now is Muay Thai movies. No, not just for Alchemy, but for all of us in the chat. That would be amazing, dude. I would love to be part of that. When you make a movie, can we get Danny McBride in character from Foot Fist Way, him versus Flacco? I love Danny McBride. That would be amazing. If I could get Jean-Claude Van Damme to be in it, bro. Oh, my gosh. Listen, how am I going to do this? There's a certain way that I have to do it so it doesn't mess me up, okay? I'm going to end this stream right now. And immediately after, I'm going to make today's video public. Within less than a minute. So as soon as this ends right now, please scope out today's video. You guys have been making the last few days' videos very, very, very successful. It's been very nice. It's starting to go in the right direction. And again, I can't do it. I can't watch my own videos and help the channel. The algorithm would know. I've tried it. So if you show up, you like, you comment, you hype, you subscribe, all that kind of stuff, it can make them blow up. Thank you very much for supporting it. Thank you for being here. It was a short one. It was a weird one. But you guys, we pop in and we say hello. Tomorrow's going to be different. Tomorrow's a different story. Tomorrow, I kind of feel like I'm going to overstay my welcome. So be prepared. Tomorrow, you're going to be looking at your watch. Okay? And not because you're trying to find out if it's still Khabib time, because it is. And it always will be. But I plan on overstaying my welcome tomorrow. And I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. I hope you stay safe out there. I hope you fill your bellies and you say your prayers and you take your vitamins. And I'm going to upload the new video right now. Please refresh the page. Check out the videos tab very, very, very shortly. And it will be right there waiting for you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching Mexican Martial Arts. Appreciate it. Good looking out.